In 1925, a small group of enthusiastic workers laced up their leather boots and set off along the coastline of Harlikov. Led by University of Adelaide lecturer Mr. Ham, that modest walk marked the beginning of something remarkable. The WEA Ramblers Bushy Walking Club. A century on, the club is still going on strong. Its spirit of discovery, connection, and community as meaningful as ever. As South Australia's oldest walking club, the Ramblers are celebrating their 100th anniversary this year with a series of events that honor their endurance legacy of walking, learning, and friendship. Founded under an umbrella of the Workers' Educational Association, WEA, the club was born from a vision of combining physical activity with intellectual and social enrichment. And while plenty has changed over the decades, the founding ethos remains very much at the heart of the Ramblers. Today, the club boasts members aged from their 40s through to their 80s, with several who clocked up decades of hiking alongside fellow Ramblers. One of the longest standing members is Elizabeth O'Shea, who joined more than 46 years ago. I was new to the area and working full-time, and the Ramblers gave me a sense of belonging outside the city, Elizabeth says. The adventure of walking and the camaraderie drew me in, and that's what keeps me coming back. The Ramblers are welcoming, non-competitive, and nature-loving. That's the magic of it. Members walk fortnightly on Sundays, typically covering distances of 12 to 18 kilometers, as well as shorter monthly Tuesday walks of around 6 to 9 kilometers. But it's not just about the kilometers, it's about the shared experience, the places discovered, and the friendships formed along the way. Longtime members Ian and Faye Harding have been part of the group for 50 years, sharing in the journey as both a couple and a team of enthusiastic workers. What makes the Ramblers so special is their dedication to exploring not only the landscape, but the stories, flora, fauna, and cultural history embedded within it. Ian reflects. It's been a wonderful 50 years and we look forward to many more. To mark the milestone year, the Ramblers have organized a calendar of special events. A highlight will be the unveiling of a presentation on the club's history, timed to coincide with the anniversary of their very first walk. It's a celebration not just of footsteps taken, but of a culture built on inclusion, curiosity, and appreciation of the nature world. That's something WEA CEO Leslie Venning is especially proud of. While WEA offers nearly 1,000 short courses each year to over 10,000 students across Adelaide, our clubs like the Ramblers are a powerful example of how lifelong learning and community connection can extend far beyond the classroom, she says. The Ramblers Bush Walking Club is a wonderful example of the inclusive culture the WEA fosters. We are proud to see the community spirit of our organizations reflected in groups like this that continue to thrive. As they walk into their second century, The WEA Remembrance Bushwalking Club remains a testament to the power of putting one foot in the front of the other, of making time to explore, connect, and enjoy the outdoors together. And for those inspired to join, just bring a pair of good walking shoes, an open mind, and a love for nature. The trail and a warm welcome awaits. Walk your way to better heart health. 2025 marks the 30th anniversary of Heart Foundation Walking, supporting a community of walkers passionate about putting one foot in front of the other. Whether it's fitness, friendships, or post-walk coffees, Heart Foundation walking groups bring together local walkers who inspire, support, and motivate each other on the path to better health. Are you ready to improve your heart health, boost your well-being, and connect with others while you do it? Welcome to Heart Foundation Walking, one of Australia's largest free walking programs. With a couple of ways to join, find the option that suits your needs and start reaping the physical, mental, and social benefits of walking. Walking groups. Starting or joining a Heart Foundation walking group is a great way to get moving with the support and motivation of others. And with more than 740 groups across the country, there is likely to be one near you. They are free to join and run by community volunteers, so all you need to bring is a spring in your step. Personal walking plans. If you prefer to walk on your own schedule, a personal walking plan might be just what you are looking for. These 6-week plans are designed by experts and tailored to your current fitness level. They will help you start slowly and build your strength and stamina over time. Choose your path. If you have been thinking about improving your health or simply moving more and connecting with your community, Heart Foundation walking could be just the doctor ordered. No matter your age, fitness level, or experiences, there is a way for you to get started. It's just a dog until it's your dog. I was unsure about whether or not I should write this article. I consider it a privilege to be asked to write for 50 plus essay, and I initially had another topic in mind. But as I'm writing this, I have just received news that made me change tack, because the news is really sad. It's about death, or an impending death. I found out today my dog has cancer. I'm sure some of you are thinking, really? It's only a dog? Others of you perhaps think back to a time where you lost your beloved pet and are reminded of the pain that comes with that. I've never really understood people who don't love having pets. It's similar to when I meet people who hate sports. I just can't comprehend it. They are both such a huge part of my life, and they bring you a highest of highs and sadly the very lowest of lows. Today was your low. Our youngest golden retriever has cancer. He's only 2, almost 3. It's so cruel because as a family, we haven't had enough time. We want more time. Our family of four fears jinx when it comes to having dogs. We've had a bad run. Our first German Shepherd passed at the age of 8, had been unwell, and had a heart attack in the back of our car, literally on the way to see the vet. Next, we lost our second dog, a 4-year-old German Shepherd. He had cancer in his throat. 4 felt ridiculously young. I remember leaving the vet after he passed. 2 people walked out with their dogs on leash. I walked out with mine, holding his ashes. We are done. It's just too painful to say goodbye to another family member. So we said that's it, no more dogs for us. Then COVID, generational global pandemic, where in the early days I thought we might be stuck in our homes forever, never to leave our suburb or our state. If that was to be the case, I wanted to spend the rest of my days with a dog. Our hearts still had much more love to give. So my wife rang the RSPCA. All the dogs were gone. Animal Welfare League, ditto. A number of breeders, same. We thought that's it, it's not going to happen. Then, by some miracle, a colleague of my wife's golden retriever got a bit frisky at a family barbecue, and a beautiful pup literally fell into our lives. Bliss. Dreams do come true. Fast forward 2 years, and we get a call from a breeder. The golden retriever you ordered during COVID is ready. Excuse me? We inquired. We never ordered. Cue a family vote, which I lost 3-1. And now we have 2 amazing golden retrievers. I never thought I would say, having 2 dogs at once is the greatest. The companionship they give us to each other is simply a joy each and every day. My wife and I religiously send each other Instagram reels about golden retrievers. Such is the love we have for these 2 dogs. Now, devastatingly, and who knows when, soon you would imagine, our family and our first golden retriever in particular will be completely shattered and heartbroken. Yet some people simply can't comprehend that grief and the pain because it's an animal. I know of a boss who wouldn't allow 1 day of leave for an employee to grieve their long-time companion. The only time in my childhood I remember seeing my father cry ever was the day he buried our family dog. The solemn figure of my father leaning on a shovel in our backyard is an image that haunts me to this day. Why am I sharing it with you all? First, it's a way for me to deal with my grief. I've been very lucky, touch wood, to have not lost any of my closest family and friends. The greatest emotional pain I ever felt is the loss of our dogs. Secondly, the most importantly, it's a painful reminder to enjoy and make the most of every single moment with those you truly love, be they human or canine, because you just never know when they may be taken away from you. Arterial fibrillation. What is atrial fibrillation and why is it so important? AF is the most common cardiac arrhythmia in the world, which affects 2% of the global population. There is a growing prevalence of AF worldwide, and in Australia, it is now the leading cause of cardiac-related hospitalizations, surpassing both heart failure and heart attack. In fact, more than 1 in 3, 34% Australians aged 50 and above living with AF. AF cases in those aged 50 and above are projected to double over the next 2 decades, driven by an aging population and rising rates of excess weight and obesity. People living with AF face a 3 times increased risk of heart failure, nearly 5 times the likelihood of having a stroke, and 2 times the risk of developing dementia. Early diagnosis and intervention is crucial for effective management and reducing the risk of these potentially life-threatening complications. AF is an electrical disturbance of the heart caused by abnormal electrical signals within the atria, which result in the atria to contract out of rhythm and ultimately lead to a rapid and irregular heartbeat. People with AF can suffer from a broad range of symptoms such as palpitations, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue, and exercise intolerance. Risk factors for AF. There are several cardiometabolic risk factors that promote structural, electrical, and autonomic changes to the arteria, which result in the promotion of AF. The following risk factors significantly increase your risk of developing AF: obesity, hypertension, obstructive sleep apnea, type 2 diabetes, physical inactivity, high alcohol intake, smoking. How is AF diagnosis? Diagnosing AF usually begins with a visit to your GP or cardiologist and requires a documented episode lasting 30 seconds or more. This may involve several assessments, including screening for symptoms and risk factors, physical examinations, pulse rate, listening to the heart, blood pressure, relevant medical history, family history, electrocardiogram (ECG) records the heart's electrical activity and detect irregularities. Holter monitor, portable ECG monitor, record the heart's electrical activity over long periods of time while a person performs normal day-to-day activities to help assess the cause of symptoms like palpitations or dizziness that occur throughout their daily lives. Ultrasound. Assess heart valves, chamber sizes, and heart pumping function. How is AF treated? The treatment of AF varies from patient to patient, as it depends on a wide range of individual circumstances. Ultimately, there are 2 treatment strategies: rate or rhythm control. Rate control refers to the treatment to manage the heart rate of the patient to ensure the heart rates are within normal limits. As AF patients can typically have higher heart rates than normal, it is important to regulate this within normal limits, as if it's left uncontrolled, it may lead to cardiomyopathy or heart failure. Rhythm control refers to the treatment to manage the arrhythmia by restoring normal rhythm, sinus rhythm. This can be done via arrhythmic drugs or surgical options, such as direct current cardioversion or a catheter ablation. Risk factor management in AF. The link between lifestyle-based risk factors and AF onset is well established. Thanks to state-of-the-art research here in Adelaide, leading AF researchers and clinicians have shown that improving their individually identified risk factors in AF patients can lead to a reduction in the time or frequencies of AF episodes and ultimately stop AF together. Studies showed a significant improvement in cardiac function and structure, reductions in AF symptoms and burden, and higher chance of achieving AF freedom in those patients who lost more than 10% of initial body weight. Exercise aerobically for 30 minutes daily. Screened and treated sleep apnea with CPAP therapy. Treated blood pressure for a target BP of 130 to 80. Controlled and monitored blood sugar levels through lifestyle. Reduce weekly alcohol consumption, less than 3 drinks per week. In the active AF study conducted as a part of my PhD research, it was found that individuals with atrial fibrillation who exercise for 210 minutes per week, 30 minutes per day, were twice as likely to be free from AF, 40% compared to 20% in the control group. These findings highlight the powerful role that improved cardiorespiratory fitness can play in reducing AF burden and enhancing quality of life. Atrial fibrillation can happen to anyone. A simple Medicare GP heart health check is available to all those above the age of 45 years. Arrange to see your GP as soon as possible and don't delay any further. A heart health check should save your life. If you already have heart disease, then go back to your cardiologist if you suspect you may have AF. Thrown at the bay. For granite blocker and former AFL player Tony Hall, staying active isn't just a priority, it's a way of life. Whether he's surfing in Bali, biking through Tasmania, or catching up with mates on the jetty road, Tony thrives on movement, and now, with Kaiser opening in Granite, he's excited for his hometown to experience the strength training program that helped him stay fit, mobile, and full of energy well into his 60s. We caught up with Tony to talk all things lifestyle, longevity, and why he thinks Kaiser is a perfect fit for the Bay. You are Granite local. What does the area mean to you, and what excites you about Kaiser opening here? The Grenelle community means so much to me. It's where I grew up, went to school, played footy and cricket, and even had one of my first jobs, working at the Commonwealth Bank on Jetty Road. I live just around the corner on Mojory Street and played for Glenelg Football Club for the age of 9 through to senior level. The club was central to the community and made you feel like part of something bigger. Can you tell us a bit about your lifestyle? What do you enjoy doing to stay active? I've just turned 60, but staying active is still a huge part of my life. I spend half the year surfing in Bali and the other half mountain biking in Australia. A typical day in Bali includes 2 to 4 hours of surfing, a ride along the Kuta beachfront, and enjoying good coffee, fresh food, and the occasional bintang after an afternoon surf. When I'm back in Australia, I often head to Tasmania to ride the MTB trails in Derby and St Helens with my mate and ex-Hawks teammate, Darren Fitzgerald. We are planning a ride from the top of Tassie down to Hobart and are also entering the Cape to Cape MTB race in Margaret River later this year. Through all of this, casual strength training has been a key part of helping me maintain my physical capacity and support the demands of my activities. How did you first get involved with casual, and what drew you to their approach? About 10 years ago, I've just started a new role at Health Fund GmbH. On my first day, I met a colleague who had just completed the Melbourne Marathon. He told me that 12 months earlier, he had begun a personalized strength training program at Kaiser, which helped build the muscle capacity he needed to get back into running and eventually completed a marathon. The story really struck a chord. I was seeking a structured, science-backed approach to help support my own lifestyle. I was immediately drawn to Kaiser methodology. The focus on targeted strength training and the use of consistent load machines really appealed to me. It felt tailored, measurable, and sustainable. In what ways has Kaiser helped support your ability to keep doing the things you love? What I've learned from my experience at Kaiser is that building strength in a consistent and targeted way has helped me maintain the level of activity I enjoy. Whether it's long sessions on a surfboard or hours on a mountain bike, I feel like I've been able to continue doing what I love with confidence and energy. The strength training program supports my body so I can stay mobile and independent and keep saying yes to adventure. What stands out to you about Kaiser's experience, whether it's the environment, the team, or something else? For me, Kaiser's standout feature is their equipment. It's Swiss engineered and uses constant load technology that allows people of all ages to build strength safely and effectively. Over the past decade, I've developed strength that underpins my life. Just as important is the professional sport. Having qualified physiotherapists and exercise scientists on the floor means you are getting expert guidance tailored to your goals. It's really focused efficient environment. That's all about building strength with purpose. For anyone curious but unsure, what would you say to someone considering giving casual a go? I would say give it a try. You only need to commit to 30 minutes twice a week. It's a small investment of time for a big return in how you move and feel. If staying active and enjoying life on your terms is important to you, casual could be a great fit. Lastly, what are you most looking forward to once the Grenell location opens its doors? Honestly, I'm just excited to have casual so close to home and close to my mom's place. I will be there every day I am in town. More than that, I think it's going to be a fantastic addition to the Grenell community. It brings a fresh approach to strength, movement, and long-term well-being, and I'm looking forward to seeing the positive impact it has on the people I care about.